Let me take you on a journey through the wonderful world of cats. As much as we love them, and we really do, don't we? They can be a bit picky about certain things. The more we learn about them, the more we realize that they're not as simple as we might think. Cats, despite their graceful independence, have their own set of dislikes that, if we're not careful, could cause them stress or discomfort. Today, we'll be talking about 5 things that cats absolutely hate, and most owners may not even realize they're doing. You see, cats aren't just furry little creatures who curl up in our laps at night. They have complex needs, boundaries, and preferences. While you might think that picking them up and giving them a cuddle is always a safe bet, you might be wrong. It's not about how much love you're trying to shower them with. It's about the way you approach them. Let's take a look at some behaviors that can really get under your cat's fur. Starting with one of the most common things many of us do without realizing the impact: petting. Number 1. They dislike being petted the wrong way or at the wrong time. We've all experienced this moment, petting your cat and thinking everything is going perfectly, only for them to suddenly lash out. It could be a swift bite or a swipe of their paw, leaving you wondering what just happened. You thought you were showing them affection, but the truth is, cats have their limits when it comes to petting. While they certainly enjoy attention, too much stimulation can easily trigger a negative response. It's almost like a switch. Once you cross the line of what feels comfortable to them, their reaction can be immediate. One fascinating aspect of cats is their sensitive sensory systems. They're not just physically sensitive, but also emotionally aware of their boundaries. Dr. Karen Becker, a well-known holistic veterinarian, has pointed out that long petting sessions can lead to sensory overload, which often results in behaviors such as swatting or running off. To ensure you get it right, it's important to keep petting sessions short and pay close attention to your cat's body language. If their tail starts flicking or their ears flatten, it's a clear indication that you've hit their limit. Gentle petting on their cheeks or behind their ears is typically a safe approach, while areas like the tail or stomach should be avoided unless your cat has shown they're incredibly comfortable with you. And if you've ever had a moment like this and only realized why after, leave a comment. We're all still figuring them out together. Now, we can't talk about things that cats hate without mentioning the vacuum cleaner. Number 2, they absolutely hate the sound of a vacuum cleaner. It's a classic, right? Most cats absolutely dread the sound of a vacuum. But why is this? It's not just because it's loud, it's the unpredictability of the vacuum's movements. Cats don't like sudden, erratic motions that they can't control or predict. The vacuum's noise and size trigger their fight or flight instincts, and they often choose to flee. But here's the science behind it. Dr. Mule Delgado, an animal behaviorist, points out that cats' hearing is much more sensitive than ours. They can detect high-pitched frequencies in sounds that we can't even perceive. The vacuum cleaner emits a high-pitched sound that might not be noticeable to us, but it's uncomfortable for them. So if your cat bolts when you start vacuuming, it's not just a random fear, it's a legitimate discomfort. If you've ever paused the vacuum out of sympathy for your cat, hit like. Next, we come to the fact that cats have an incredibly strong sense of smell, much stronger than ours in fact. Number 3, they're overwhelmed by strong smells. While we might enjoy floral scents or the fresh smell of citrus, cats don't. They can detect these scents at a level we can't even fathom. In fact, their sense of smell is about 14 times stronger than ours. So when we spray air fresheners, use scented candles, or wear heavily scented lotions, we're essentially overwhelming them with odors that feel much more intense to their sensitive noses. Imagine if everything you smelled was 14 times stronger. That's what it's like for your cat. Overpowering scents can make them uncomfortable, and they may even retreat from areas where those smells are present. To keep your cat happy, opt for natural scents that are calming rather than overpowering. Keep their environment as scent neutral as possible to ensure they're not feeling overwhelmed. Another thing cats can't stand? Feeling like they're out of control. Number 4, they get stressed when they don't have control over their environment. Cats, as much as we love them, are creatures of habit. They thrive in an environment that feels stable and predictable. When their surroundings feel uncertain or out of control, it can make them anxious, stressed, and uncomfortable. Think about it. If you were constantly surrounded by changes, unfamiliar places, and no place to retreat to, wouldn't you feel the same? Cats need that sense of control over their environment to feel safe and secure. This is why they get so upset when their space is altered unexpectedly. One of the most important things for a cat is having a place they can call their own, a place where they can retreat when things get overwhelming. It might be a favorite perch by the window, a cozy corner under a piece of furniture, or even a high shelf where they can observe the world around them from a safe distance. These spaces allow cats to feel in control and give them the chance to relax or hide if something is stressing them out. It's their sanctuary, their safe haven. When this space is disturbed, such as moving their bed or changing their favorite hiding spot, it can unsettle them and cause anxiety. But it's not about being picky or stubborn. It's a matter of feeling secure and in control of their environment. Cats need consistency, and when that's disrupted, their stress levels rise. It's the same reason they often refuse to leave a familiar spot or show anxiety when they're forced into new spaces. Having a designated, quiet space where they can feel at ease is crucial for a cat's emotional well-being. It's essential to respect their boundaries and give them the space they need to recharge, knowing they'll return to you when they feel comfortable. Lastly, we can't talk about things that cats hate without mentioning how much they value fresh air and natural light. Number 5, they feel trapped when there's a lack of fresh air. We've all experienced it. When you feel frustrated, a quick walk outside can do wonders for your mood. Cats are no different. They crave fresh air, sunlight, and a good window to gaze out of. It's no surprise that many cats love sitting by the window, watching birds, or simply soaking up the sun's warmth. A cat's natural curiosity and love for their surroundings are enhanced when they're able to see the outside world through a window or experience the warmth of the sun on their fur. This simple act of watching birds or basking in the sunlight can be incredibly soothing for them. However, if you have an indoor cat and they're deprived of these simple joys, it can take a toll on their well-being, both mentally and emotionally. A lack of exposure to fresh air and natural light can disrupt their sense of balance, often resulting in restlessness or unease. Over time, this deprivation can manifest in behavioral changes as the cat struggles to cope with an unstimulating environment. A study published in the Journal of Veterinary Behavior showed that cats confined indoors, particularly those without access to sunlight or proper airflow, are at greater risk of developing stress-related habits. These may include excessive scratching, compulsive grooming, and, in some cases, sudden displays of aggression. To prevent this stress is simple: exposure to natural elements. Fresh air helps regulate their circadian rhythm, which not only supports healthy sleep patterns, but also affects their overall mood and energy levels. This is why giving them a window to gaze out of or creating a space for them to safely explore the outdoors can work wonders. If you can't let your cat outside, consider setting up a cozy spot by a window or even building a catio so they can safely enjoy the outdoors. These little changes can drastically improve their quality of life. If you're guilty of any of these common cat owner mistakes, don't worry. It's all part of learning and growing together with your pet. And if this video helped you understand your cat a little better, don't forget to share it with your fellow cat lovers. See you next video.